Hi, welcome to a new reading vlog. I'm a bit sweaty. We took Mika for a walk, but it is the first of the month and I don't even know what to read. Like, I have a big TBR and I know everything I need to read, but I don't know where to start. I'm gonna try and read a bit of The Book of Dragons today, probably a story. Some of this is poetry, I believe. Maybe every second story or so is poetry. Oh, let's have a look. Apparently at the end there's a like about the poets, so let's see how many of these are poetry. Oh, that's by the same poem, so poet. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 poets, and they might all do more than one poem. I don't know. There's a lot in here. I've read one poem already just before, but I'll try and read another. I'll try and read the first story, actual story. Sorry, I'm not even in frame. Oh my fucking god, I'm freaking useless. So yeah, I'm gonna try and read the first story in this today, you know. And then I don't know if I'm going to work on The Emperor's Soul, which is obviously in this, or if I start a book, and if so, what book do I start? Like, I don't know. I could start The Roommate. I could start Plain Bad Heroines. I've got so many things I could start. I don't know where to start. But first, I'm going to figure out what my top 20 books of 2020 were. Not that you'll see it in this video, because I'm going to film it in a whole new video, but I'm going to sit down and do that. Read this short story, and then go from there. Am I barely awake? You betcha. I'm gonna do a quick update. You betcha. It's Saturday morning, the 2nd. I've got a my teeth are bleeding. Or my mouth was bleeding, and then I'm getting an eye test done today because it's been like 2 years since I got these glasses, maybe even more, maybe even like 3 years. At least 2 years since I got these glasses, and I'm thinking my prescription has changed. I've been getting headaches. I'm literally in the process of filming a vlog clip.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to tell you a funny story that happened. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
What was I saying before Paige called me? So yeah, I've been having headaches, especially if I'm reading when I'm tired, or driving while tired, or just tired, or looking at a computer screen too long, tired. I mean, like, I feel my eyes are fatiguing really quickly, which, you know, is a sure sign my prescription's changed. And then it's harder to tell when you're actually driving because you can't like stare at a sign until it comes into focus. But I was driving with my mum over Christmas and testing like when the signs come into focus for my long vision, and I think my script has changed. So I'm gonna go get them tested today, which is always fun. I hope it's not in a direction I can't fix, because I think the solution to that would be laser, and I don't want that. I don't want laser eye surgery. But I have astigmatism, and I know that my astigmatism in one eye runs in 2 directions. So I just really hope that any change is in the same direction as the bad one. Like, that it's not in that eye in the other direction, which will be like hard to fix, but oh well. We'll have to see. I was doing this update to let you know that I read all The Emperor's Soul last night. Kicked off with a bang. Just because it was on the top of my stack and I felt like I did agonize over whether this was going to be my first proper read of the year. Then I was like, you know what? Screw it. Get off to a good start. So, I did read all of that. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was really cool. And obviously a really well balanced story. I love heist elements, and it kind of had that to a degree. The magic was really cool. It's set in the same world as Elantris, but Elantris has 2 shards, I think, so there's different magic systems. I mean, it was kind of similar to the magic in Elantris, just a little different. which is a lot about convincing things to do different things. I guess it was akin to Atlantis, but like applied differently. It was all about this girl who is a forger, which means they can convince things to be different to what they are. So you go into things history, you have to know a lot about it, but then you can rewrite its history so it becomes something else. So like, you are now I don't know, at one point she has a window, and she convinces the window that it was once made of, and I think it was made of stained glass, but it broke, and she just convinces it never broke, so then it becomes whole again. Actually, you know what magic it's more akin to? It's more akin to the magic in frickin' Foundry Side, which is it's basically the magic system in Foundry Side, to a T actually, but kind of applied a little different. In Foundry Side, they draw directly on the things, but they can like link back. In this, it's in stamps. But the idea of like convincing itself it's different from what it is, this is much more rooted in a thing's own history, and like it has to be similar, like it has to be plausible. That's less so in Foundry Side. You've just got to work real hard to convince it, so they struggle with things that are less plausible, if that makes sense. But if you're good at it, you can convince them. But the magic system is very similar to that in Foundry Side, which I had not noticed. I love Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really cool. Yeah, so ultimately the plot is that the emperor of this area she was captured in attempting to pull off a heist. She was double-crossed and captured, and the empire's team of advisors are like, we're gonna execute you, but we won't execute you, wink wink nudge nudge. I said we probably will anyway, but like, we're gonna tell you we're not gonna execute you if you can fix the emperor. He's had a brain injury. Well, he was shot in the head or something with a crossbow, and they fixed his body. But they, by doing so, like, cleared his mind, so he had no, like, thoughts, feelings, memories, emotions, things. He was literally no thoughts, head empty. And he was just, like, comatose, kind of, but not. So she literally wrote him his personality to convince him to go back to be who he was, but she, in doing that, like, took forever because she had to understand who he was. And that's kind of the premise of her trying to build this soul for the emperor, but also trying to escape, knowing that they'll kill her anyway once it's done. So yeah, that's it. That's the story. It was so good. I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's one of the biggest short stories from this collection that April and I will be reading this year. I think Edge Dance is a little bigger, but we're not going to be reading that this year because it comes in the middle of the Stormlight Archive, and that's next year's Sanderson mission. But anyway, that was this month's book. Next month's going to be The Silence in the Forest of Hell. What's The Sounds of Silence in the Forest of Hell? Something like that. That's going to be next month's adventure, but yeah, that was my first read. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. So, I had a fun time. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm about to get up and make breakfast, but my next read is going to be The Roommate by Rosie Downing, because I thought I might do a couple of romances and then dive into one of the big books. So my plan for this weekend, obviously it's Saturday, I'm going to try and read The Roommate and most of A Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics, because ideally both of them should be really quick reads because they're both romances. And then finish Lady's Guide Monday if it if I don't quite get to all of it, and then dive into next week Plain Bad Heroines and dedicate a couple of days next week to Plain Bad Heroines. So I think it could take me most of the week, but I wanted to get a head start. The first audiobook I'm listening to this month is Australia Day, I think. Australia Day, yeah. I think we're gonna go with Australia Day as the first one, by Stan Grant, which is a non-fiction exploring race relations in Australia and how that all works. I read his first book, Talking to My Country, last year and loved it. It was really, really good. So I really want to read this one, and I'm going to listen to the audiobook because I think it will be really powerful. And I read Talking to My Country with my eyes. But yeah, that's going to be my first audiobook. It's not even on my Bookopoly Deal TBR, but Australia Day is this month, Invasion Day. And I'm also reading it for Pages Book Club, the Library of the Unread. So I, yeah, want to get a head start on that and do it first, I think. But yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if I'll get to that today because I don't know if I'll actually get audiobook listening time in today. But if I do get some time, that's what I'll be listening to. But yeah. Hi, welcome. It's Sunday afternoon. It's been storming on and off all day, really wet and gross. But also now it's sunny. But right now I'm going to be heading to work in the next 10 minutes. But I should have filmed today, but I didn't. I'm using the weather as an excuse. But we'll film tomorrow. It's fine. But I did finish a book. I finished The Roommate by Rosie Dannon, which I loved to pieces. It was so cute. I gave it 4 stars, but it's like a high 4 stars, like on the 4.5 category. It's not my absolute all-time favorite romance. And it was, should I say, probably too allosexual for me to a degree, especially at the start. Like, I eased into it a bit, but my little demisexual brain, the start was like, but it's not like my brain like turns off entirely, but it's just like, but like, it was super fun. I thought the characters were really sweet. It was wholesome, despite, you know, being about the porn industry. And I'm really excited to see where the intimacy experiment, which is the companion following one of the side characters in The Roommate, I'm interested to see where it goes. It's following Naomi, who's probably the biggest side character in The Roommate, and Josh's ex, and I'm interested to see where that goes in book 2, because I think it could be real cool. So yeah, I'm really interested in that. I gave it 4 stars. I have The Roommate 4 stars. I'll definitely be picking up the intimacy experiment in April. I think it comes out. But for now, my next read is going to be another romance, which is The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics. This is a historical romance, so it's a bit different, and it's sapphic. We'll see what I think of it. I'm scared because I haven't read a lot of historical romance, and I'm not sure if it's really my thing. So we're gonna see how I feel about that. I do also want to try and get to, while I'm at work maybe, a section of the Book of Dragons, which I'm working on a little bit at a time. The next one's called Yulee by Daniel Abraham. I'm not sure. I'll take it with me. We'll see if I get round to it. I might just work on this while I'm at work, but we'll see. Anyway, I enjoyed The Roommate a whole dang lot. Hi, so it's Tuesday morning. Just got out of the shower. Hair's all wet. Classic. I've been working on Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics, but I'm still only halfway through, and I was hoping to have it done yesterday. But it's just not going as fast as I was hoping. Like, I was like, oh, a fun romance, it'll just soon write. It's not that long. It shouldn't take me long. But I think I'm learning historical romance is not really my genre. Like, it's fine, and I'm enjoying it, but it's not intriguing me and pulling me in the way the contemporary romances I've been reading have. Like, The Roommate went by so fast and I was so enraptured. This, I don't know whether it's the whole regency of it and the whole, like, how they have to behave around one another as part of like the way courtship works in that era, but it just seems to hold me at a distance. I don't feel super like tight connected with it, which is frustrating, but what can you do? I'm definitely gonna finish it because there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just not capturing my attention as much as I'd hoped. Anyway, I have so many videos to edit. I'm not going to do them all today. I'm just going to spread them out over the next little while, but I'm going to edit my December haul today, because that's what I feel like editing. You get last week's vlog maybe tomorrow, but that's fine, whatever. Yeah, I just feel like editing the haul. It feels like the thing I want to edit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I had to clear up my iMovie, shit. I don't have anything else to contribute. I didn't even read a section of Book of Dragons yesterday. I just entirely forgot. I kind of got busy and just, I was actually, no, that's something to update. I've been listening to Australia Day by Stan Grant, which I am greatly, sorry, I'm also typing at the same time, enjoying. I'm not loving it as much as Talking to My Country, which I read last year, but I think that's because it's more a compilation of different essays rather than one coherent piece, and it kind of repeats itself a few times, whereas Talking to My Country was clearly like designed for that purpose, and it was much more, the storytelling was I don't want to say meandering, but the way it works is very true to Indigenous storytelling, and or at least that's what it felt like to me, but I can't really speak on that too much. But when it repeated itself, it made sense and it felt like bringing the story back together. This has like whole refrains that kind of come up again and again, because they're like key message components for each of these individual essays, and they're poignant, but like I feel like, I don't know, overused in the context of the overall book. But the actual points being made, there are so many really interesting extensions of ideas that were mentioned in Talking to My Country, which is his first book, that he's really taking further. I don't agree with everything he talks about, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, he talks a lot about how his sense of, and I understand why he's talking about it and why it applies to him, because he's an Indigenous man who's made a lot of success within the white system, but I don't know whether I'm just more like fight the system than he is. I don't know, but there's just some things that I'm like, I don't agree with the way he looks at the world in some instances. But you know what, whatever. It's just a difference in a matter of opinion. But yeah, I am enjoying it immensely. I think he's doing some great things regarding like, this one really extends the idea of race as a flawed concept, and the way race is, the idea of race is a whole problem in and of itself, which I 100% agree with. And that tying in both the American and Australian context is really valuable, I think. So it's doing a lot, but it could, there's just some things I don't inherently agree with. But I'm also much younger than he is, and maybe my perspective would change if I was older. I'm not sure. Yeah, and I'm surrounded with much younger Indigenous people than him. Or the Indigenous people I talk to are much younger than him. Yeah, I'm gonna go edit this video, and I'm taking Mika for a walk today. I have work this afternoon right through into the night, so I'm hoping to finish this before I ever get to work, and a chapter of Book of Dragons, so then I'm taking this bad boy, which is my next read, to work. I've already got a bookmark in it and everything because I want to start it so bad, but I'm gonna try and get through this first. And I have to do dishes, I have to fold washing, I have to clean out the kitty litters in the buns area, because the bun boys have made a mess. I have to clean that up. But a lot of audiobooking time, so I'm hoping to finish Australia Day today, hoping to finish this today, and a section of Book of Dragons. Okay, so I am obsessed with Plain Bad Heroines. I don't know when I talked to you yesterday at some point. I ended up not finishing Ladies Guide. I got about 100 pages left. And I didn't read a section of Book of Dragons, but I took Plain Bad Heroines with me to work and I read about 50 pages there. And I'm already obsessed. Like, is this already a 5-star read? It sure feels like it. It has footnotes. It has illustrations. It has a mysterious narrator. It has multiple timelines, like literally. Oh, and it's aesthetic as hell, and it's sapphic, and it's got polyamory. Literally, like, what more do I want in a book? Oh, let's scoot your butt. Oh, she's like, you know, get the camera out of my face. I am literally obsessed. I'm loving it so much. It's so good. But I'm going to jump back today now that I'm home from work. It's 11:30 Wednesday. I should be doing uni work, but because I've got so much other work, I just feel like I don't have the brain power to focus on uni work today, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. And in the meantime, finish Ladies Guide. I did finish Australia Day and I gave it 5 stars. I can't remember if I talked about that yesterday. I do think ultimately it did a great job, and it did add some new things from his last book. So I did really enjoy it and gave it 5 stars. I've started The Yield by Tara June Winch, which is another Indigenous Australian book writer. This one's fiction rather than non-fiction, and is about a dying man's experience with a disposition of culture and land. Oh my god, sissy. And his granddaughter's connection as well, from my understanding. I'm about 12% in. And I'm gonna try and listen to some more of that today, probably while I cook dinner or something. But yeah, those are my plans. I'm gonna finish Ladies Guide today. It's my goal. Read at least one section of Book of Dragons and get a huge chunk through Plain Bad Heroines. It's my goal. Alrighty, so I finished Ladies Guide to Celestial Mechanics. Again, I didn't love it. I gave it 3 stars. I just think historical romance is just not my jam. The time it takes for the characters to build a connection, like, it doesn't hit me in the right feels, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just a bit too slow paced for me, I think. But I did enjoy it. It was fun. I probably won't pick up book 2 unless I suddenly get in a mood for it, but I did enjoy it. So it was fun. It was fun. It just wasn't the best romance I've ever read. Didn't love it to pieces, but I think that's more about, I think if you like historical romance you will really enjoy it. I just don't think it's for me. I'm already at the supermarket now and I'm gonna go to a yoga class later today, but when I get back from the supermarket I'm gonna read the next section in the Book of Dragons and then read Plain Bad Heroines. Oh, and I've got to edit a video. Hi, I forgot to update you yesterday. Oh, look at him, he is so gross. Disgusting. Hi, I forgot to update you last night. Oh, these glasses do have more of a glare. Have fun with that, because I am blind and can't wear contacts. I have new glasses, if you can't tell. I feel like they make my eyes look kind of huge because they're so big, and because of the way my glasses work, my eyes are actually much bigger than they look in glasses, but whatever. I meant to update you last night, probably also the night before, but completely forgot about it. I've been going along with my mostly a book a day of Book of Dragons. Getting that, I'm not loving it, which is true of most anthologies. I'm still getting used to like how these sit on my face. I might end up having to tighten the arms, but not sure yet, we're still working on it. So if you see me fiddling with my glasses all the time, That's why. But I am so much further through Plain Bad Heroine since when I last updated you, but it has been not slow going because I get through heaps when I read it, but it's just so big. Like it's just so big. I read like 150 pages at a time. And it's just so big. I'm hoping though, I've got 210 pages left and I'm gonna try and finish it today. But I also have to work from 3 and we have a party tonight at work, for work, kind of. Well, I mean, I'm not working the party, but it's my boss's party. And I will have my camera there, not for this vlog, but for her vlog. So I will be kind of doing work at the party. And I have to go there to help her get ready first. So I kind of gotta read it before 3. But I want to finish it today, is my goal. And I also want to read my section in Book of Dragons, but I think I'm going to prioritize reading this first, and if I finish it and still have time, then I'll read the story in Book of Dragons, or I can read the story in Book of Dragons when I get home late tonight. God, my arms hurt, and my legs. I did a workout a couple of days ago, and I think it's been that long since I updated you, but I did a workout like 2 days ago, and I'm on the 2nd recovery day where it hurts the most. And I'm really feeling it in my arms, like upper arms and my calves, because we did a calf workout that didn't hurt me at the time, but it fucking hurts now. I also got sunglasses if you wanted to see what those looked like. Glasses, yes. True nerd fashion, I love them. And they're blue light filtering, so they're gonna really help with work and stuff, because I'm looking at my computer screen all day. And these are the sunnies. Do I look cool? Do I look cool? I mean, my hair is a mess and I have a massive zit on my face, but do I look cool? Yeah, so but just learn to live with this new like blue light tinge, please, because I need them. So I just finished Plain Bad Heroines. This was a blazing 5 stars. The pace kept up the whole way through. The only thing that I think was even slightly disappointing was the very end. Left a lot of things hanging, and it's not that I knew it was going to because of the style it's told in, but some things wrapped up kind of quick, but the kind of thing of like too much and dragging it out would have felt over the top, but rushing it also felt kind of unsatisfying, but just a little bit. And it left so many things mystery. I don't know who the narrator is. I have ideas, but like, I want to know. I really liked basically everything about it. I feel like I haven't vlogged enough to really talk to you about this as I've been reading it, but I've been obsessed with the characters. I've been obsessed with the narration, the vibes. It's the kind of horror that is 85% vibes, and I loved it. I loved it to pieces. So I don't even know if I gave a description. It's basically the horror kind of that's part in the style of Picnic at Hanging Rock, which I don't know if it ever got super popular outside of Australia. It's an Australian horror about a group of girls in the early 1900s, like 1910. Like 1900 to 1910 kind of era, and they go for a picnic in this area that's called Hanging Rock, and now it's like famous for mysteries, but it's out into the bush and into wild spaces, and these girls have a moment out in the woods. I think at least one of them dies, from my memory. I've seen it was originally a play and a book. It's been made into a movie, and they have experiences out there that like haunt them and carry them forward into life, and you're following like different perspectives and stuff. So one part is very Vindicating Rock-esque, both in era and like the vibes, and then we're also following like a Blair Witch Project-esque plot line with 3 girls who are involved in creating the movie based on what had happened in the past, and things that are happening, going wrong with them on set as they're trying to make the movie. You know what I mean? So it's got those different layers, and it is just so good. So good, so atmospheric, so many feels. It's super queer. There's basically no straight people involved. There's barely any men, just a lot of gay women, and it was just so good. It was funny when it needed to be funny. It felt really real in the dialogue. It didn't feel like forced or faked, and the atmosphere and stuff was just so good. The narrator, hilarious, but like in the perfect way. It was just so creepy and so weird and so good that I was obsessed the whole way. It did take me a while to read, but I was kind of taking my time. It's big, it's 600 pages and not dense at all, but like you've got to take your time. So there is that. It took a while to read, but I didn't care because I loved every minute of it. And this is the last day of this vlog, but I think I'll carry it out till the end of the day, before I wrap it up. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll wrap it up. But my plans from here on out, I've got 2 dishes, so I'll be listening to my audiobook, which I'm still listening to The Yield. I just haven't had much audiobook time the past couple of days. I'm going to read another story in the Book of Dragons, which I think is the one by R.F. Kuang, which is the one I picked up this collection for. Yes, it's called The Nine Curves River. And then the next book I'm going to be reading is Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour, which is this little guy. We are going to a concert tonight, and then I have work after that, so I'm not super sure how much time I will have. I gotta do those dishes and get dressed, like shower and stuff. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on how things progress. But if you haven't picked up Plain Bad Heroines, you totally should, because it is so good. Alright, so welcome to Monday. Hi. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I honestly can't even remember what I did. When I went to work, I think when did I leave you? We were about to go to the gig. So we went to see Pierce Brothers last night. It was so good. They're an Aussie band, Melbourne based, twins. I keep forgetting that they're twins because they're not identical. And I even said to Jessie's mum, like, no, they're not twins. They are twins. And they do like folky, alternative-y kind of stuff. But it's just the 2 of them live with all like kick drums and stuff. I don't think they really use synth, but they use some like echo mics and things. And I'm like high-key obsessed. They're amazing. If you've never heard of them, you should give them a listen. I'll try and remember to link something in the cards, if I can make that work, like a music video or something. And this gig has been on hold since like pre-COVID. My best friend was going to come, and we'd exchanged tickets for Christmas or birthday or something, like 2019. And it was meant to be early 2020, like maybe March. And obviously it's been postponed and postponed and postponed. It finally happened now that Victoria is back under control, and we're doing some outdoor gigs and things. So it was outdoors, socially distanced gig, but it was so fun. But Rainey couldn't come because she now has a little baby who's not quite ready to be babysat. Poor thing. But it was an amazing gig. It was so much fun. I didn't take any footage because I was just vibing, but yeah, I will try and link a gig or like some kind of footage right there, and you should go check them out on like Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you use, because they're really, really good. I really like them. They were buskers first, and then sold albums and tour and stuff. It's really good. And then I went to work, got home and went to work, and before I left for work, I read like a couple of chapters of Watch Over Me, but I didn't actually read any while I was at work. But I'm currently like 50 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. It's very strange. It's a short little book. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. And I think I could, but you'll hear more about that in the next vlog. I'm also hoping to finish the yield today, and you'll hear more about that in the next vlog. It's hot today. I've been doing a bit of work, and we're gonna go to the beach. But yeah, well, that's gonna be in the next vlog. So thank you for watching this Lame vlog, where all I did was read Playing Bad Heroines and not update you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.